It is a windy day at Mepham High School in Bellmore. Varsity Media Sports Network presenting Nassau Girls High School flag football. Today it's Long Beach and Bellmore Merrick, the Orland Cohen game of the week. Well, hi again, everyone. I'm Peter Schwartz. Welcome to Girls High School flag football again here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Today we've got Long Beach comes in with a record of 1-3. And Bellmore Merrick undefeated at 4-0, and they're coming off of a big 41-7 win over Freeport in their last game. We'll take a look at the Long Beach starting offensive lineup, and it all starts with their outstanding wide receiver, Nicole Perez, who actually, as we're getting word, was a late scratch from the starting lineup. She will play as a wide receiver, but Kat Almeida, slot receiver, is going to be in there on the starting lineup as well. And you see the rest of the starters obviously also led on the defensive side of the field by Riley Roberts, number 12. Their starting middle linebacker, a premier rusher, the number one flag grabber or tackler, if you will, on this Long Beach roster. They're coming in at a record of 1-3, shutout in their last two games that they have played. A look over at the Bellmore Merrick starting lineup on offense. They are coming in with a record of 4-0 on the season. Obviously, their big player, of course, is Sophia Lespina, their quarterback, who also plays on the boys' tackle football team. Gabrielle Hanlon is a starting wide receiver for them. He's also a safety on the defensive side, an excellent tackler, and tracks the ball very, very well. So we have Bellmore Merrick taking on Long Beach, and we look at Long Beach. Their head coach is Lori DeVivio, and this is a perfect situation for Long Beach to have a person like Lori as the head coach. She played flag football for over 20 years, played in the Women's Flag Football Association, and also played flag football both in the United States and internationally. So she's got the resume to get this program here off the ground. There'll be some growing pains, of course. There's growing pains for just about all of the flag football programs starting out this year in Nassau County as well as over in Suffolk County. And Lori also played professional tackle football for the New York Sharks. She was an original member of that Sharks team that's now called the New York Wolves. And in talking to her earlier this week, she said this was a situation that was long overdue to have girls high school flag football here in Nassau County. Well, the officials have just met with the captains for both teams, and we are going to be underway in just a moment. And a reminder, if you missed our first broadcast last week, girls high school flag football played with two 24-minute halves, and in our traditional high school timing rules, clock will stop on incomplete passes and penalties and scoring plays as well. And also, obviously, a touchdown, 6 points, and there are three ways to get extra points. If you get it from the 3-yard line, it is 1 point. If you get the conversion from the 10, it's 2 points, and there's a 3-point conversion from the 20. The field is divided into 4 zones, and you can possibly get within the zones 2 first downs on a possession. The play will start at what is the 20-yard line. It'll look like the 30-yard line for traditional football, but it is the 20-yard line. The goal line is at the 10-yard line, so 20 yards out is the 30. So you can get a first down if you can get the ball to midfield within the 4 downs and then to the opposing 20-yard line. There are also automatic first downs for penalties and such, and we'll fill you in on that as we go along. There'll be 3 officials on the field as well, so it looks like a real football game, and people who are involved in flag football will tell you it is real football. And today's game is brought to you by Orland and Cohen. We will step aside. We'll come back with the start of our game as it's Long Beach and Bellmore Merrick on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Teed off by shoulder pain? We've got specialists for that. Realizing you've pulled out more than weeds? We've got specialists for that. Doing the twist making you shout? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Peter Schwartz back at Mepham High School. We are set to begin girls high school flag football. Long Beach with a record of 1-3. Bellmore Merrick under the tutelage of Mepham football coach Anthony Krakow. They are 4-0. And it is Bellmore Merrick. The three high schools feed this team, Mepham, Calhoun, and JFK. So you're going to see players from all three of those schools. So Bellmore Merrick will start on offense. Sophia Lespina is the quarterback. And right off the bat, we have a handoff around the near side. That is Olivia Brill, who takes it out near or just across what would be the 35-yard line in traditional football, and it'll bring up second down. We talked about Sophia Lespina on the open, a quarterback and a cornerback for this flag football team, a terrific arm. We saw her last week work her magic for this Bellmore Merrick flag football team. Lespina back to pass, looking down the far side, and the pass is complete, and that is going to be a completion down the field to Olivia Brill, and it's going to be a first down for Bellmore Merrick, and they are knocking on the door right here in the first half of play. So a first down for Bellmore Merrick on the long pass play from Lespina, again to Olivia Brill. Two players in the backfield here with Lespina. Sena Ducati is back there as well. And the pass to the near side is incomplete, intended for Madeline Ryan. And it will bring up second down. Sophie Orlich is the center for Bellmore Merrick, traditional snapping from center. And here is Lespina, back to pass, complete to the near side, complete to Gabrielle Hanelin, who was one of our impact players of the game. She plays at Calhoun High School, a wide receiver and a cornerback. A tremendous player, and she takes it down inside what would be the 25 for traditional football, and it's a first down for Bellmore Merrick as they are knocking on the door right off the bat. Here's a handoff to Maddie Ryan around the right side. There's a flag down on the field, and she is tackled on the far side. It looked like Kaylin Polity made the grab for Long Beach. And they're going to mark this off on Bellmore Merrick. Looked like perhaps a player cut inside the box on the snap, and they'll move it back. So it'll be first down all over again for Bellmore Merrick. Again, they're coming off a 41-7 win over Freeport in their last game, and they'll have another game this week on Thursday against Massapequa. And we've got a false start there on Bellmore Merrick. In motion went Ryan, and there's a cross-up there between Orlick and Lespina in the backfield. So another penalty here on Bellmore Merrick to march them back a little further. Official time kept on the field. The scoreboard clock just over 22 minutes to go in the first half. Lespina on the run. She'll just dump it off near side. Incomplete. And that gentleman that you just saw there on the sideline is the assistant coach for Long Beach, and that is Ian Rocky Butler. And if you're a football fan on Long Island, you will recognize that name, the former star quarterback at Hofstra University back in the day. And he is the assistant coach here on this Long Beach football team, along with head coach Laurie DeVivio, who we profiled on the open. I think they called grounding on Bellmore Merrick, and they march it back further. So Bellmore Merrick, who had moved the ball down the field nicely, and now with a few penalties here to move them all the way back near midfield. Laspina, back to pass, left-handed quarterback down the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. Adriana Yama gets Bellmore Merrick on the board. It is 6-0. A tremendous pass from Laspina right down the middle of the field to Yama, and it's 6-0. Here's a look at it again on the replay, and Yama with a step there on Almeida of Long Beach, and now Bellmore Merrick will go for the 1-point extra point. Laspina throws it near side, complete. Ryan towards the goal line, and she did not get it. Flag was pulled before she got across the goal line, and so the extra point does not work out for them. And the score here in the first half, it is Bellmore Merrick 6, Long Beach nothing on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCAST.
Under, and what a look.
Photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Peter Schwartz back at Mepham High School, 6-0 Bellmore Merrick here in the first half. Here on the Varsity Media Sports Network, Long Beach going to work offensively for the first time in the game. Carolina Hardy is the starting quarterback for Long Beach, and the give is on the near side to Bravo, the running back, and the flag was pulled by Madeline Ryan, and it'll bring up second down. Alex Hastings is the number one quarterback for Long Beach, but she is not available today. She's a two-sport player in the spring. She also plays softball, so softball took precedence today, and she is not available here for flag football. Here's a pass to the far side, complete to Bravo. And again, it looked like that was Maddie Ryan who made the flag grab or the tackle. Talk to different people around flag football. They'll refer to that term in different ways. We'll call it a tackle. We'll call it a flag grab. Lori DeVivio, the head coach of Long Beach, says she likes to call it flag grab. She was referring to her outstanding defensive players in our conversation this week. Said flag grab, so, we'll do it both ways. So third down here for Long Beach. Pass to the far side is going to be complete, but it's going to be well short of the first down. And it's going to bring up fourth down in a punting situation here for Long Beach on their first possession. Deep for Bellmore Merrick is Gabrielle Hanlon on the near side of your screen. And here's the punt. And it's going to be Hanlon on the return across midfield. Shakes the tackle but does not get past Isu Unver, who makes the grab there. And Bellmore Merrick will go right back to work offensively after that punt return inside midfield. Gabrielle Hanlon, a senior from Calhoun, on that return. Now Sophia Laspina, a quarterback, a junior at Mepham. And she pitches it to the far side to Seta Ducati. Now she cross-fields the near side, looking for some room, and the flag is grabbed nicely there by Kaylin Politi. And it'll bring up second down for Bellmore Merrick. So that was a play that worked well for Bellmore Merrick in the game we showed you last week against Hempstead. Ducati, outstanding moves to the outside, but that one was snuffed out by Long Beach. Lespina back to the near side. Her pass is intercepted on the far side. Isu Unver takes it across midfield, and Long Beach gets the pick. Unver, the free safety, and a ninth grader making a great play there with her eyes focused right on Lespina, picking that ball off, and it'll be first down for Long Beach right at midfield. And right back to work will go Long Beach, the Marines on offense. Bella Silvestri is the center. And again, it's Carolina Hardy at quarterback. In the backfield is Kat Almeida. And now she swings over to the far side. She'll line up in the slot. Here's a pass that's tipped up in the air and incomplete. And it'll bring up second down. Take a look at this. Hardy's pass was deflected. Might have been Orlick who got her hand on it. And it'll bring up second down. Long Beach in their white uniforms going left to right. Bellmore Merrick in the blue. Here's a pass across the middle. It's complete to Bravo and brought right down there. And it'll bring up third down. 6-0 Bellmore Merrick. 18 and a half minutes to go here in the first half here at Mepham High School. Hardy's pass down the middle of the field, incomplete. She was looking for Jocelyn Bravo down the middle of the field. It was just overthrown. It'll bring up fourth down. Now remember, it's fourth down and just really a couple of yards. They just have to get into the next zone, which is just 2 yards away. So let's see if they decide to punt or go for it. Bellmore Merrick expecting them to punt it, as deep once again is Gabrielle Hanlon. And they are going to punt it. And there's a punt down the middle of the field. Hanlon boots it, but it's a dead ball right there. There's no fumbles on the punts. So Bellmore Merrick will start out deep in their own territory. They have the 6-0 lead. And we saw last week Bellmore Merrick, a high-powered offense. They struggled early on, then got going. They did score on their first possession in this game, but it was a struggle for them with a couple of penalties that moved them back, but they were able to get that touchdown. Now we're seeing some mistakes that we saw them make early on. They didn't have many mistakes in their last game. That was a 41-7 win over Freeport. In that game, Sophia Lespina had 4 touchdown passes. And now Lespina's throw to the far side is incomplete. She was looking for Olivia Brill. And it was overthrown, and it'll bring up second down. In that 41-7 win over Freeport, and mentioned Lespina with 4 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. Luciana Ducati with a 60-yard touchdown run in that game. Now Lespina back to pass again, throwing towards the far side. Incomplete, looking for Haley Stork. And the ball was overthrown. It's going to bring up third down for Bellmore Merrick. And when we get a moment, during the broadcast, we're going to talk a little bit more about Haley Stork, a great story for this Bellmore Merrick football team. But a big third down here for Bellmore Merrick to try and keep the drive alive. They've got to get to the 20-yard line, the cone that is the 20, but actually at the traditional football 30-yard line. Lespina back to pass, and she's sacked. In on the play there, Riley Roberts, the impact player for Long Beach, with the sack. A 3-year varsity soccer player, the #1 flag grabber on this Long Beach football team, all over the field. And she gets the sack on Lespina, and it's going to bring up fourth down in a punting situation here for Bellmore Merrick. Kat Almeida is deep for Long Beach. And it's going to be Lespina in punt formation. Now Lespina's going to snap the ball. She's going to snap it to Olivia Brill. And here's the punt. It's a high punt, and it's going to come down near midfield. It's going to take a Bellmore Merrick bounce out of bounds. And Long Beach will get the ball back. A tremendous defensive stand for Long Beach, forcing Bellmore Merrick into a punt. And the score remains 6-0. More of my conversation with Lori DeVivio, the head coach of Long Beach, from earlier in the week. And a lot of people very, very excited about this girls' high school flag football league. And she said this was long overdue. Girls have been playing flag football on Long Island from a recreational and youth standpoint for a long time. And, again, this was all the New York Jets and Nike bringing this football league to life. It started out in New Jersey. They brought it to Long Island this year. And now you've seen a minimal number of schools that are involved. And the expectation is that this will grow to about 25 teams in Nassau County. Here's the snap on first down. And the pass by Hardy downfield. And the pass is going to be complete, still on her feet with the flag on her side. It's a touchdown for Jocelyn Bravo. And the game is tied at 6 on the long touchdown pass from Hardy to Bravo. Tremendous pass, and Bravo is able to evade the tackle. I think that was Adriana Yema who just missed grabbing that flag, and now Long Beach a little extra point away from taking the lead here. And let's see what they decide to do. Remember, there's 3 different options for the extra point, and it looks like they are going to go for a 2-point extra point, and we've got a flag right off the start here. Let's take a look. It's going to be on Long Beach. Looks like an illegal motion call, and that's going to move them back a little bit. So they were going for the 2-point extra point because they had the ball spotted down at what would be the 20, was actually the 10 for flag football. So now, again, it's going to be a 2-point extra point. Hardy throwing towards the end zone, incomplete. The intended receiver, Evelyn Regan. So the game remains tied. Missed extra point there for Long Beach. 16:25 to go in the first half. We are tied at 6-6. And again, back to some of the things that Lori DeVivio was telling me about during the week. She's seen this sport, especially for the girls, grow by leaps and bounds here on Long Island. So again, this was an opportunity for these young ladies to get a chance to play a spring sport. And there's been a lot of competition for the varsity sports, especially in the spring with lacrosse. And now this gives a lot more of the girls at these various high schools the opportunity to play what could potentially be a varsity sport as early as next year and probably 2 years from now. Instead of Ducati takes the handoff, goes to the far side, still alive, and gets to midfield. She's still on her feet. All the way down. She's going to go the distance for a Bellmore Merrick touchdown. Seta Ducati had a 60-yard touchdown run against Freeport, and she goes the distance on the first play from scrimmage, and Bellmore Merrick takes a 12-6 lead. Seta Ducati with the moves. Got to grab that flag. You can't ward off the player from getting the flag. She just makes the moves with her body, and she evades. Look at the spin right there to evade the last tackler, and she takes it the distance for a Bellmore Merrick touchdown. Another 60-yard touchdown run for Luciana Seta Ducati. We've got a flag down on the extra point. The pass towards the end zone is complete for the extra point to Lespina, who was out there as a receiver, but they're going to call the penalty on Bellmore Merrick. Anthony Krakow, the head coach, is beside himself. And he is very into this. If you think he's just doing this just to be nice, coaching these girls, look at it. He is very into it. He told us last week that he didn't know what to expect, but he was super excited to be able to coach these girls in flag football. And from the looks that you can see of him, he is taking this as seriously as he takes the tackle football team he coaches right here at Mepham High School. So Bellmore Merrick will have to go for the extra point once again. Didn't see what the official called on that play, but it was right off the snap, which makes us think that they lined up incorrectly. So they're going to bring the ball back to the back 5 more yards. It's a 1 point. It's a 1 point extra point. It would have been from the 5-yard line, so they just move it back to the 10. Laspina at quarterback. Throws, tipped up in the air and incomplete. Looked like it was Adriana Yema. The ball went into her hands and out, and the extra point does not go for Bellmore Merrick, and they settle for the 6. And with 15:31 to go in the first half, it is Bellmore Merrick 12 and Long Beach 6. Luciana Sedicati, a senior here at Mepham. As you saw, running back, also corner, unmatched athleticism, the leading rusher on the team, and you saw a big reason why on her second 60-yard touchdown run in as many games. So Long Beach, right after tying the game, they give up the long touchdown run, and now they go back to work offensively again with Carolina Hardy at quarterback. Filling in for Alex Hastings, not with the team today. Hardy will take it herself around the right side, but she is brought down in the backfield. And that was that was Madeline Ryan. My apologies. Madeline Ryan, number 13, the Calhoun Jr., who made the flag grab in the backfield. And a loss of a couple of yards. And it'll bring up second down. Hardy to the near side, incomplete. There is a penalty marker down in the backfield. The pressure came from Maddie Ryan. And let's see what the call is here. The pass was incomplete. And it looked like there might have been an illegal warding off on Carolina Hardy, and they're going to move this back. You can't use your hands in any way to prevent a defensive player. You can't protect the flag with the ball. You can't ward off a defensive player from grabbing that flag. You can only do it with your feet and evading the tackle. So second down and even longer, and there's a fumble off the snap. Carolina Hardy let it go on the ground, and it's a dead ball right there, and they'll go back even further towards their own goal line, and it'll bring up third down. So dangerous situation here for Long Beach. Remember, they have to get to midfield to get a first down. They've got to get to the next zone unless there's a defensive penalty. Pass to the near side, almost intercepted. They were looking for Evelyn Regan, and the pass was broken up on the near side. We'll take a look at it again. That was the fumble from earlier on. And now we're up to fourth down. And here's the punt down the middle of the field, and Gabrielle Hanlon will just let it go. So another good punt there from Jocelyn Bravo of Long Beach. And about as good as you can ask for there with the windy conditions. We'll step aside 14:09 to go in the first half. Bellmore Merrick 12, Long Beach 6. The Varsity Media Sports Network.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Peter Schwartz back at Mepham High School. While we were away, Sophia Lespina's first down pass to Gabrielle Hanlon was incomplete. Now on second down, Lespina moving back to the near side. Gets the pass on the dump off to the near side. That is Maddie Ryan, and she takes it towards the middle of the field before she is tackled. And the flag grab by Nicole Perez. Starting cornerback leads Long Beach with 4 interceptions, including 2 pick sixes so far this season. So number 4, Nicole Perez, a player to keep an eye on defensively for this Long Beach team. So third down, and they got to get to the 20-yard line, the next zone for a first down. Lespina back to pass, signaling for a receiver to come towards her, and that was Gabrielle Hanlon, and she's got the first down and a little bit more. It's going to be a first down and goal, and the flag grab there by Kat Almeida, who's got 3 interceptions on the season. So it's going to be a first down for Bellmore Merrick. Now, the only way they can get a first down is on a defensive penalty, so they're knocking on the door here for a touchdown. Remember, the 10-yard line on the traditional football field is the goal line here in flag football. Lespina, back to pass, throws it off into the flat near side, incomplete, looking for Maddie Ryan. And it'll be incomplete, and I'll bring up second down. And Maddie Ryan, a junior at Calhoun. She had a touchdown reception and 2 PAT runs in the win over Freeport. Lespina, back to pass, throwing it to the near side in the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. Adriana Yama with her second touchdown catch of the game, and Bellmore Merrick's got a 2-score lead. It's 18-6. Here's a look at it again. Lespina with a fine pass to the near side and a nice leaping catch there by Yama for the touchdown. Now, wait a minute. Let's see. Was there a penalty there? Or was the penalty on the extra point? Looks like we may have missed a penalty there on the touchdown, so wipe that out. And now, they put the stick down. This is an extra point attempt here, and they throw it to the far side, and it's tipped and intercepted on the far side there by Kat Almeida. Let's see if we can sort this out. Did that touchdown count? They were going for 2 points on that extra point, and then there was the penalty no, not a penalty. It was they were just going. They put the ball down at the 30. So let's recap. It was a touchdown pass from Sophia Lespina. The extra point was not successful, so it's 18-6. And now a first down for Long Beach at the 20-yard line. It's a learning curve for everybody, flag football. So there's a pass across the middle, incomplete. Broken up nicely across the middle there by Sophia Lespina. So the touchdown pass from Lespina to Yema, and they went for the 2-point conversion, and that was incomplete. So it is now 18-6 for Bellmore Merrick. Here's a pass near side complete to Regan, And Regan darts to the far side, and she is brought down across the middle after a long gain shy of the first down. So it's third down now. And they've got to get the ball to midfield, which would be the 40-yard line, to get into the next zone for the first down. Fake handoff, keeps it herself. Here's Hardy, and tackle was made there by Haley Stork. Haley Stork is an intern for the Marty Lyons Foundation. That internship about to expire. She's going off to play soccer for Marist in the fall. And here's the fourth down punt by Bravo. And the return there by Madeline Ryan. She took a knee, so that's where Bellmore Merrick will put it into play. But back to Haley Stork. She's a senior at Mepham. Her mom, Kerry, worked for the Jets in their office when they were at Hofstra. And now Haley Stork finishing out her internship with the Marty Lyons Foundation. And as I mentioned, off to play soccer at Marist in the fall. So Bellmore Merrick getting the ball back. They've got an 18-6 lead here in the first half with 11:08 to go. Here's Lespina on the fake handoff. Now to the near side. She's got Maddie Ryan, and Ryan is brought down right around midfield. And nice tackle there by Isu Unver. And it's going to be a first down for Bellmore Merrick across midfield. So they're able to get into that next zone and get the first down. They can get one more if they get the ball down to the 20. Then, of course, you could have the defensive penalty that gives you an automatic first down. Here's a handoff inside to Yema. Yema around the right side, down the sideline. And she is brought down there by Riley Roberts. Gets the flag grab. A nice grab there by Roberts. Again, Lori DeVivio, the head coach of Long Beach, praising Roberts during the week. Extremely fast player. Again, she's a 3-year varsity soccer. She's been varsity soccer since she was in 8th grade in Long Beach. You see Rocky Butler, bottom of your screen there, chatting it up with Kylie Dowler. Again, Rocky Butler, the former Hofstra quarterback and assistant coach. And we've got a timeout, so we'll take a break. We'll step aside. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCAST.
Under, and what a look.
Photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Peter Schwartz back at Mepham High School. Girls high school flag football presented by Orland and Cohen. And it's Bellmore Merrick leading Long Beach 18-6. Again, we thank Orland and Cohen for making this broadcast and these girls high school flag football broadcasts possible. They have a tremendous vision. They're very excited about the start of this girls high school flag football league here on Long Island. And we can't thank them enough for their part in putting these broadcasts on. So big thank you to Orland and Cohen for their work in getting these broadcasts for you here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. So as we come back after the timeout, it's going to be a second down for Bellmore Merrick. And Second down and about 11 yards. They've got to get down to the 20. Again, that's the 30-yard line on the football field, but the cone is marked at the 20. Remember, the goal line is at the 10. So the end zone is from the 10-yard into what would be the goal line for traditional football. Laspina, quarterback, barking out the signals. Gets the snap from center. Throws it to the far side, and the pass is complete to Hanlon. And there's a penalty marker down on the far side. That's a cone. That's a cone. She was just tackled. Saw something yellow over there on the far side, but that was not a flag. And they spot it down shy of the first down. It'll bring up, should be third down for Bellmore Merrick. The stick on the far side of the field says second. Now it says third. So third down here. They've got to get down to the 20. About 6 yards to go for a first down. Laspina, pump fake, throws far side towards the end zone, and it's caught. And that is going to be a Bellmore Merrick touchdown into the end zone as Laspina throws it deep down the field. And let's see who that was who made the grab. And that was number 10, Olivia Brill, getting the touchdown. So a long pass from Laspina to Brill for the Bellmore Merrick touchdown. And they are rolling. It is now 24-6. And they'll go for the extra point. And this will be a 1-point extra point. Laspina to the near side, incomplete. They were looking for Gabrielle Hanlon on the near side. The play was broken up, so the extra point does not go. And it'll bring up a Long Beach possession here after Bellmore Merrick scores again to make it 24-6. Again, Long Beach won their season opener, and they've lost 3 in a row. In fact, they were shut out in their previous 2 games, so they've scored here in this one on the Carolina Hardy touchdown pass. Bellmore Merrick, as we mentioned, they're undefeated, 4-0 in this inaugural season. Here's a pass that's deflected across the middle nicely by Haley Stork. We talked about her a few moments ago, and she broke up that pass. The Mepham senior with the great defensive play, and it'll bring up second down. And she went up and knocked that one away. Second down and 20 for Long Beach at their own 20. There's a man in motion. Player in motion. There's a pass that's almost intercepted. Maddie Ryan makes the breakup. And it'll bring up third down. So 2 terrific defensive plays here by Bellmore Merrick. And Long Beach has a third down and 20 here from the 20. Hardy lost the snap. It was a snap that she could not control, and it's going to bring up fourth down. And a punting situation here for Long Beach with 9:11 to go in the first half, and they are already down 24-6. And here's the punt. Bounces near midfield, and that's where Bellmore Merrick will put it in the play after the Jocelyn Bravo punt. And Bellmore Merrick will get it back offensively, already up 24-6. Again, this is Nassau Flag Football, presented by Orland and Cohen here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. We're at Mepham High School here in Bellmore, New York. Bellmore Merrick and Long Beach. And again, the Bellmore Merrick team is fueled by 3 high schools, Mepham, Calhoun, and JFK. In motion is Hanlon. Laspina's pass, and that's a Statue of Liberty play down the near sideline to Ryan. The pass was complete. They pitched it back. And Maddie Ryan takes it down a little further. And it's a first down for Bellmore Merrick, knocking on the door again. Lespina throwing it to the far side. It's complete to Stork, and she's towards the goal line. Yes, she's in for the touchdown. Lespina to Haley Stork for the touchdown, and it's now 30-6 in favor of Bellmore Merrick. Let's look at it again. By the way, on that previous play, I said Statue of Liberty. I meant to say hook and ladder, not Statue of Liberty. I've got my old school football messed up. It was the hook and ladder, not the Statue of Liberty play. So I apologize to Bellmore Merrick for that. Here's a extra point attempt, and it is complete from Lespina to Haley Stork. She gets the extra point after getting the touchdown. And it's all Bellmore Merrick here in the first half, 31-6 over Long Beach. But that touchdown set up by the hook and ladder on the play before that Maddie Ryan took a little further down the near sideline. Let's say one thing about Anthony Krakow, the Bellmore football head coach, coaching this girls flag football team. He really is taking this seriously, and that is a great, smart play, and that's the type of play that you have to use in flag football. I mean, there's a lot of fundamentals, and there's a lot of similarities between flag football and traditional tackle football, but those are the kind of plays that you have to try and make during the course of a flag football game to fake out the defense, because then there's a great tackle is the inside handoff to Unver. And that tackle was made, I think that was Sophia Lespina who made that tackle. But those are the types of things that you have to do offensively, because, the defense can do just about, whatever they want to do, so can the offense. And there's another great tackle in the backfield. And that was Sophie Orlick who made the tackle, the flag grab in the backfield. And right now, things unraveling for this Long Beach flag football team. So third down and long for the Marines. Hardy back to pass. Over the middle. Pass is complete to Regan, and she has her flag grabbed by Adriana Yema, shy of the first down, well shy, as a matter of fact. And it's going to bring up fourth down, another punting situation here for Long Beach. And that was a nice tackle there by Olivia Brill. Now fourth down, they're going to go for it. It looks, Bellmore Merrick is back to receive what they think is going to be a punt. Look for a second there like maybe Long Beach might go for it here, and they are going to punt. And it's a short punt, and it's going to be returned by Olivia Brill down the near side. Flag is grabbed by Evelyn Regan. And Bellmore Merrick to go back in business here in Long Beach territory with 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half, and the score 31-6. Nassau Flag Football presented by Orland and Cohen. Bellmore Merrick 31, Long Beach 6. I'm Peter Schwartz here at Mepham High School. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. And again, this is a new program here on Long Island, the girls' high school flag football, the New York Jets and Nike behind it. They got it started in New Jersey. First year it's here on Long Island, and the expectation is that the number of schools that will participate next year will grow, and grow within a couple of years to the point where you could see, every high school on Long Island having a girls' flag football team. And it's exciting to think about that when you think about the number of players already playing flag football. Set it to Cotty on the right side, still in play. And finally, the flag is grabbed on the far side, and that flag was grabbed by Kylie Dowler, and she saved what potentially could have been another touchdown for Bellmore Merrick. You saw the replay of the return. And here's that last play that set up the Cotty run around the right side. And again, saving tackle there by Dowler. So second down. The wind picking up a little bit. Laspina's pass to the far side. It is complete to Hanlon, and she's still in play. And the flag is grabbed on the far side again by Kylie Dowler, making another good tackle along the sideline, and a flag grab there. And that is going to be a first down for Bellmore Merrick. They get into the next zone, and it's a first and goal for Bellmore Merrick. Already up 31-6. And you can hear that wind howling here in Bellmore. Laspina ready for the snap. Player in motion. And Laspina will keep it herself around the near side. And the flag is grabbed there on the near side by Isu Unver. And it'll bring up second down. Unver, a ninth grader for this Long Beach football team. That is a strength of this Long Beach team. They have some athletic young ladies on this team that are adept at grabbing the flag. But this Bellmore Merrick team has been on fire so far this season. Laspina to the near side, throws it, and the pass is complete to Henlin, and she is in for another touchdown. Another Bellmore Merrick touchdown. Laspina to Henlin, and the Calhoun senior catches another touchdown to make it 37-6. Let's take a look at that again. Laspina with a great play across the middle. A good catch by Hanlon. Evades the tackle attempt by Polity. And let's see, they're going to go for the extra point here. And we'll see what the holdup is here. They do spot it down. It'll be a 1 point. It's like a 1 point extra point that they're going to go for here. Laspina, under a rush, just dumps it off. And there's a flag that comes in at the last moment. And I think there might have been some contact there. Riley Roberts came in to grab the flag. And it's going to be on Long Beach, and so Bellmore Merrick is going to get another crack at the extra point here. See if we can maybe see that again. But it was Riley Roberts in on the pressure. But here we go here for the ensuing extra point once again off the Long Beach penalty. Laspina to the left side, throws, and it's dropped in the end zone. It was in and out of the hands of Adriana Yama, so the extra point does not go for Bellmore Merrick, and the score holds with the score 37-6. Bellmore Merrick with 3:49 to go in the first half. We'll take a break. It's Nassau Flag Football presented by Orland and Cohen on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Teed off by shoulder pain? We've got specialists for that. Realizing you've pulled out more than weeds? We've got specialists for that. Doing the twist making you shout? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Peter Schwartz back with you here at Mepham High School, and as we come back, an interception. Sophia Laspina making the pick on the first down pass by Long Beach's Carolina Hardy, and Bellmore Merrick already rolling here in the first half, up 37-6, right back in business offensively. So first down for Bellmore Merrick inside the 20. They cannot get a first down. Here's a run around the right side by Maddie Ryan, and the flag is grabbed by Kylie Dowler. Kylie Dowler, again, a ninth grader for this Long Beach team. And it'll bring up second down for Bellmore Merrick. Bellmore Merrick will be back in action on Thursday against Massapequa. And obviously, if this score holds, they'll bring a 5-0 record into that game. But we still have a lot of business to take care of here. 3:05 to go in the first half. And a 37-6 lead for Bellmore Merrick. And they're on the move once again. Here's a handoff around the near side. Maddie Ryan takes it towards the goal line, but the flag is grabbed by Jocelyn Bravo. And it'll bring up third down. Bravo had a touchdown earlier this season for Long Beach in their game against Massapequa. So third down and goal here for Bellmore Merrick. 5 yards away from the end zone. Laspina, straight back to pass, looking towards the end zone, incomplete, just overthrew Gabrielle Hanlon in the back of the end zone, and it'll bring up fourth down. No field goal attempts in girls high school flag football, so it's either you punt or just go for it, try and get a touchdown or a first down. So it is fourth and goal here for Bellmore Merrick, and they will go for it. Laspina takes the ball, hands it off to Ryan around the right side towards the goal line. No indication yet. She did not get in. It's a turnover on downs. She did not get in. Let's see if we could take a look at that again, see who made that grab, made the touchdown saving tackle. There was Ryan around the right side, and let's see who gets there. It was, again, Kylie Dowler, number 6, who saves a touchdown on the right side. So a real good play there by Dowler to prevent Bellmore Merrick. And so Bellmore, just about everything they've done today is turned to goal, but that time they're unable to get in. We've got on the clock less than 2 minutes to go in the first half, 1:57. The official time is kept on the field again. It's 2 24-minute halves with traditional football timing rules. So the clock stops on change of possession, incomplete passes, that type of thing. Pass down the near side. Hardy is intercepted again. This time, again, it's Olivia Brill on the pick. And Bellmore Merrick gets it right back. We'll look at it again, and Hardy just tried to make something happen, throwing it down the middle of the field, and was looking for Regan. The Brill made the pick and immediately brought down, and that appears to be the end of the first half on the field. So the first half has come to an end here at Mepham High School, and the score at halftime, Bellmore Merrick 37, Long Beach 6. This is Nassau Flag Football presented by Orland and Cohen on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
As the season winds down, don't let the memories of an unusual season fade. Let Varsity Media relive the season filled with great plays, exhilaration, and joy with a highlight video. For the athletes going to college, Varsity Media's recruiting videos have been the engine that drives the application to the coach. Our history has shown a Varsity Media recruiting video has saved parents hundreds of thousands of dollars. For the athletes not yet ready for college, a Varsity Media highlight video will be remembered forever, and the highlights will be there for life. An end-of-season team highlight video will capture a successful season filled with hard work, unpredictability, a testament to the administration and athletes. Call Varsity Media today to start creating a video filled with highlights from a very unusual season. Highlights that will forever be watched. Contact us at 516-403-2050.
For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net. Peter Schwartz back at Mepham High School here in Bellmore on a windy Tuesday early evening. And it's Bellmore Merrick on top of Long Beach, 37-6. It's Nassau Flag Football presented by Orland and Cohen here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Again, we thank you for joining us here on the broadcast. And again, a big thanks to Orland and Cohen for helping us present these broadcasts to you this inaugural season of Long Island girls flag football at the high school level. And this was something, again, you talk to both of these head coaches, Lori DeVivio, Long Beach, who has an extensive flag football career and also played women's tackle football as well for the New York Sharks, and head coach Anthony Krakow of Bellmore Merrick, who is also the head football coach here at Mepham High School. They are both big believers in this, and this was something that was probably long overdue here on Long Island, and the New York Jets and Nike bringing this league here, funding it this season, and it's starting with 9 teams here in Nassau County. There's more teams in Suffolk, but the expectation again is that this program, this league, this sport here on the island is going to grow. And it's already grown tremendously at the youth level, the recreational level in towns, and now it has reached the high school level. And again, the point made by Lori DeVivio, the head coach of Long Beach, is that the spring can be very competitive in terms of girls' sports. A lot of girls already playing spring sports like lacrosse, and it's very competitive, and it's very, very difficult in a lot of ways to make some of those teams. And if you don't crack a varsity team, let's say by the 10th grade, whether it's lacrosse or football or softball, it's very, very difficult to get on the field and make a team and play. So the flag football program gives another option for girls who are looking to do something in the spring, and this has been an outstanding start to this program on a very small level right now, but there is a lot of buzz about this. There is a lot of enthusiasm about the flag football program, and I'm sure we're going to see this grow in certainly from this year to next year, and within the next 2 years. The expectation again is that this will be a varsity sport here on Long Island. Bellmore Merrick will be on defense here to start the second half. Long Beach now will go from right to left. Here's a pass across the middle, and it is complete to Jocelyn Bravo. Carolina Hardy to Jocelyn Bravo. And again, Carolina Hardy starting at quarterback for Long Beach today. Alex Hastings is their number 1 quarterback, unavailable today. She's playing softball. And that is the challenge that Lori DeVivio has had, telling me during the week. You have players who play 2 sports, and every day is a new lineup. And this is just part of the growing pains in a brand new sport when you've already got players committed to other sports. But there's a sack in the backfield. And that was Maddie Ryan, who was able to penetrate, grab the flag. And Carolina Hardy is sacked. Nice play there. It'll bring up 3rd down, and they've got to get to midfield to get the first down. Hardy throws down the near side, incomplete. She was looking for Jocelyn Bravo again. The pass is incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here's the punt by Bravo. And the punt is returned here by Ryan. Took it right before it hit the ground. And was able to advance it a few yards. And Bellmore Merrick, with a 37-6 lead in hand, will get the ball for the first time here in the second half. Again, it's 2 24-minute halves in girls high school flag football. Traditional timing rules, it's not running time. Now Lespina throws it to send it to Cotty near side, and she goes to work. Cuts it back to the near side. Now goes to the far side, back to the near side once again. Still alive, but now the flag was pulled, or she stepped out of bounds. I think she stepped out of bounds on the near side. It's a narrower field in flag football, so you see where the line is there, along with the cones. So she probably stepped on the sideline there. The flag was not grabbed. So no gain, or perhaps a little bit of a loss there, it looks like. Maybe a bit backwards. Lespina under a rush, throws, and the pass is complete to Yema. And let's see where they mark the ball down. They mark it just outside the 20, and that is going to be just a little bit shy of a first down. And it'll bring up third down here for Bellmore Merrick, and a yard to go. They've got to get to the 20 to get into the next zone for a first down. Let's see if Laspina keeps it herself. No, she passes it. It's a short pass to the near side to set it to Cotty, and she gets enough for the first down. The tackle was made by Riley Roberts. Roberts getting the flag grab there. And it'll be a first down for Bellmore Merrick as we head towards 21 minutes to go in the second half. Laspina back to pass. Throws far side. Open for the touchdown is Adriana Yema. Again, that's the hat trick of touchdown catches for Yema here in the game. Another touchdown for Bellmore Merrick. We'll look at it again. Laspina with a beautiful pass and a nice grab there by Yema. And Bellmore Merrick continues the onslaught. It's now 37-6. And they go for the 1 point extra point. Pitch to the near side towards the goal line, set it to Cotty. And let's see, is she in? Yes, looks like she's in. We got an indication from the official on the near side. That'll make it 38-6, 20-24 to go in the second half. The score, Bellmore Merrick 38, Long Beach 6. Nassau Flag Football presented by Orland and Cohen is what you're watching right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event? Look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Peter Schwartz back at Windy Mepham High School in Bellmore, and we are in the second half. 44-6 is the score. We neglected to add the points from that last touchdown on the board as a pass is incomplete on the near side. So it is 44-6. Bellmore Merrick over Long Beach in the second half. So second down and 20 here for Long Beach. They've got to get to midfield for a first down. Here's a pass by Hardy across the middle looking for Almeida, incomplete. And it'll bring up third down. Lori DeVivio, the head coach of Long Beach, telling me during the week, talking about how this sport of girls flag football, not just at the high school level, but just on the recreational level, has grown over the years. And here's the third down run, taking it right up the middle. Hardy towards the midfield line, and she's got a first down. A great run by Carolina Hardy. Finally was tackled, but not before she picks up big yardage for the first down. Let's take a look at this again. Hardy, straight up the middle, all kinds of room to run, and let's see who gets the grab on the far side. It was Maddie Ryan, Olivia Brill, my apologies, Olivia Brill making the tackle. Otherwise, Hardy might have gone the distance for a touchdown. So Long Beach on the move. Hardy, far side, passes incomplete. But getting back to what Lori DeVivio was telling me during the week, tournaments for girls flag football have gone from 8 to 10 teams back in its origin to 30, 40, 50 teams. And these tournaments played 5-on-5, 7-on-7, 8-on-8. Of course, this girls high school flag football here on Long Island, and there's a snap from center that Hardy can't handle, and it'll bring up fourth down. girls high school flag football here on Long Island, a 7-on-7 sport. And so it's third down. Hardy's pass near side, incomplete. She was looking for Stefania Robinson on the near side. First time we've called her name today, a ninth grader, wide receiver, defensive back for Long Beach. And it will bring up fourth down. And Long Beach getting that big run from Carolina Hardy for a first down, and now the drive has stalled a bit, and now they're going to have to punt the football away. Jocelyn Bravo to punt it. It's a high punt, and it's going to bounce on the ground, and that is where Bellmore Merrick will put it right back into play. Up 44-6 here, 18-12 to go in the second half. Second half here at Mepham High School, home of the Pirates. And it's hard to come to this field, this football field, and I think about a young man who is playing for the Green Bay Packers right now, who played here, and that's Tyler Davis, who played quarterback here at Mepham High School and has gone on to play in the NFL, and he's now a tight end for the Green Bay Packers. And he played on this field right here for Anthony Krakow. And now these girls are on this field playing flag football, and they are trying to create a new legacy here in Nassau County and here specifically at Mepham High School. And there's a run up the middle by Gabrielle Hanlon, and she is brought down again. Another good tackle there by Riley Roberts grabbing the flag. And, the expectation here is at Bellmore Merrick, as we've talked about, this team is fed by three high schools, Mepham, Calhoun, and JFK. So the expectation is, and there's a run around the far side, Jamie Maroof getting a carry before she is brought down on the far side. The expectation is at some point each of these schools will have their own team, and because of numbers and because of the rule within the school district that you cannot play more than one sport in a season, they had to go to three schools to field a team, as opposed to Long Beach, where they allow student athletes to play in multiple sports at the same time, so they were able to field their own team. Here's Laspina, back to pass, now takes it off to the far side. She's got a first down and more. And she is brought down on the far side. Again, the tackle made by Riley Roberts. So you will expect at some point in the future, as we look at that run again by Laspina, the expectation is that these three schools will have their own teams at some point in the near future. And that would be the case with other high schools that have not yet participated in this brand new sport at the high school level. So first down for Bellmore Merrick at the 30. Laspina sends Maroof in motion, and Maroof takes the handoff, and she gets some yardage on the play. And it'll bring up second down. We'll have another Nassau flag football SPORTSCAST this coming Monday here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. We Massapequa and Plainview, and there's a pass downfield, and it was complete. A nice pass there down the field, complete to Isabel Gauthier. Laspina to Gauthier. She gets her first reception of the game, and again, Bellmore Merrick knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Anthony Krakow going to some reserves right here in the second half, up 44-6. But Laspina still at quarterback. Inside, Handoff again to Maroof around the far side, and she is brought down. And again, it looked like that might have been Riley Roberts who made the grab again. Inside of 15 minutes to go here. Bellmore Merrick rolling. They're up 44-6 and knocking on the door once again on a second down. Maroof in motion. Laspina back the pass, looking around, under a rush, throws, got the pass away, and it is complete down the middle of the field to Seta Ducati, who made some nice moves again. She is a tremendous athlete. We've seen some great things out of her in the two broadcasts we've had so far here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. We saw her earlier in this game with a 60-yard touchdown run, and she had another 60-yarder in the last game, that 41-7 win over Freeport. And I think there was a penalty on that last play, perhaps. They moved the ball back a little bit. It's third down. Here's Laspina going to the near side. Incomplete. She was looking for Anuska Varuso. Anuska Varuso is a ninth grader here at Mepham High School. And it'll bring up fourth down. And let's see what Bellmore Merrick does here. They're going to go for it, it looks like. Laspina rolling to her right. Throws it towards the end zone. Incomplete, looking for Anuska Varuso once again. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And Bellmore Merrick with a defensive stand. And they'll get the ball back here with under 14 minutes to go in the second half. But Bellmore Merrick still very, very much in control at 44-6. Again, if you're just joining us, it's 2 24-minute halves. And it is the traditional New York State public high school timing rules. There's a 25-second play clock. We had a 5-minute halftime. Each team gets 2 timeouts in a game. So it'll be first down and 20 here for Long Beach. Last time they scored, there's a penalty marker down, and the tackle was made. Roberts was the carrier, and Angela Jansen made the grab. Looked to be maybe a motion penalty there on Long Beach. We'll see what they call. I imagine Bellmore Merrick, well, they're gonna mark this back here on Long Beach. It's on Long Beach, and they'll move it back 5 yards, and it'll still be first down. And they got to get to midfield for the first down. Got to get into the next zone here in flag football. Here's a pass down the near side, incomplete. The receiver running down the near side was Stefania Robinson. The ball fell a little short, and it'll bring up second down. Again, 5 o'clock this coming Monday is our next flag football broadcast here on the Varsity Media Sports Network, and we thank Orland and Cohen for their help in presenting these. Here's a pass that was almost returned for a pick six, and that pass was deflected in the slot by Sophie Orlick, the center on offense, and she almost came up with a big play there on defense. Well, the big play was that she deflected it, and she could have returned that for a pick six, just missed out on that. Third down for Long Beach. And again, trying to run it up the middle was Hardy, and she was brought down, if you want to say it that way, immediately. Like Angela Jansen made the flag grab there. So now 4th down for Bellmore Merrick, and again it'll be Jocelyn Bravo to punt. This one's a good one. It's going to bounce near side, and that's where Bellmore Merrick will put it into play. We'll step aside with 12:51 to go in the second half. It's Bellmore Merrick 44, Long Beach 6. You're watching Nassau Flag Football presented by Orland and Cohen on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Teed off by shoulder pain? We've got specialists for that. Realizing you've pulled out more than weeds? We've got specialists for that. Doing the twist making you shout? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Peter Schwartz back at Mepham High School. Nassau Flag Football presented by Orland and Cohen here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. We are in the second half, and it's Bellmore Merrick with a 44-6 lead over Long Beach. Bellmore Merrick looking to improve to 5-0 on the season. Lespina with the handoff on the near side to Orlick, and Orlick takes it around the right side. And before she has her flag grabbed, and I see who got that grab. That was number 4, Nicole Perez. 4 interceptions we mentioned before, 2 pick sixes this season, and a nice grab right there. So it'll be second down for Bellmore Merrick. Inside of 12 minutes to go. Lespina back to pass, lofts it down the far side, incomplete. In the area there again was Isabel Gauthier. And also in the area as well was Gianna Calderon. But it's a third down for Bellmore Merrick. Anthony Krakow getting a look at some of his reserve players here in the second half with the big 44-6 lead. Lespina rolling to her left. Now drops back a little further. Now dumps it off right in front. And running with it there is Sophie Orlick. Has her flag grabbed out in the open field. And it'll bring up 4th down. Bellmore Merrick will next be in play on Thursday against Massapequa. We'll see Massapequa here on the Varsity Media Sports Network on Monday against Plainview. Here's a punt. Near side, it's going to bounce towards the end zone, and they'll spot it down just outside the goal line at around the 5-yard line. So a good punt there for Bellmore Merrick. That was Lespina on the punt. What is that noise? Is that the band? Is that the... Huh? Oh, it's the wind. I thought maybe the marching band was practicing behind the press box. That was the wind. I apologies to the marching band if they don't really sound like that. I'm just saying that sounded like a tuba. But it is a very, very windy day here on Long Island. Not ridiculously cold, but just windy, and as you heard by that noise. And here's Hardy's pass across the middle, incomplete, intended for Bella Silvestri, who is the center. Now, every player on the offense in flag football is an eligible receiver, even the center. The center can snap the ball, go out, and catch a pass. And that makes things a bit challenging for the defense with all of those eligible receivers. So second down. And Hardy still alive as a ball carrier. And the ball is taken up for a few yards, and the flag grab there by Sophia Lespina. And we talked about Lespina last week on our broadcast, and of course she made headlines here on Long Island this past fall as the first female to catch a touchdown in a Long Island tackle football game. And she is one of the stars on this Bellmore Merrick flag football team. Here's a pass down the near side, incomplete. Hardy was looking downfield again for Robinson, and the pass just a little bit overthrown. But if you remember, Lespina, that her milestone achievement there in getting that touchdown for Mepham High School was just captivated all of Long Island sports fans. And in fact, the Jets, honored her. Remember Robert Saleh, here's a punt on 4th down, and it's going to bounce right in front of Madeline Ryan. But you remember Robert Saleh, the Jets head coach, came to his press conference that week wearing a Mepham High School T-shirt. The Jets invited Sophia Lespina, head coach Anthony Kracko, and others with the program out to a game. And I think this had to be the coolest thing for the young lady, for Sophia Lespina, was that the greatest Jet player of all time, Joe Namath, came to visit her at her house. I mean, how cool is that? I was a year old when Joe Namath led the Jets to the Super Bowl, but I'd still be pretty pumped up if Joe Namath rang my doorbell to say hello. It had to be an incredible moment for Sophia. And her pass to the near side is complete to Sophie Orlick. And the tackle again by, guess who? Riley Roberts of Long Beach. As Long Beach, obviously, they've struggled here in the first half of the season, and if the score holds, this will be their 4th consecutive loss. They are 1-4. But again, this program is in excellent hands with head coach Lori DeVivio. We've talked about this earlier in the program, but if you're picking somebody to start a program from the ground up, she is the right person for the job, and she's going to grow this program. Lespina back to pass. Under a rush, gets the pass off, incomplete. But again, DeVivio played flag football in Brooklyn and here on Long Island for 20 years. She was in the Women's Flag Football Association, and she also played professional women's tackle football for the New York Sharks. So Lori DeVivio is going to grow this program, and she's got a good assistant with her as well, Rocky Butler, the former quarterback at Hofstra, who coaches tackle football at Long Beach as well. And he told me before the game he plans on taking a year off of that to take a little bit of a respite. Here's a pass across the middle, and it's intercepted. Coming up with the pick was Lanaya Shedrick, a 10th grader, a wide receiver, and a defensive back, and she makes a nice interception across the middle. Lespina was under a rush, threw it over the middle. A nice catch there by Lanaya Shedrick to make the interception, and Long Beach will get the ball back when we come back. You're watching Nassau Flag Football presented by Orland & Cohen on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event? Look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Peter Schwartz back with you here at Mepham High School. We're in the second half. Bellmore Merrick is on top of Long Beach 44-6. A first down play for Long Beach. Loses about 4 yards, and it'll be second down here for Carolina Hardy. And her pass to the near side is incomplete. Again, the intended receiver was Stefania Robinson, and it'll bring up third down. We talked before about, and we talked about this last week as well, about the buzz that this league and this program is created here on Long Island, and no doubt that there are other high schools already starting to think about fielding a team next spring. Here's a pass to Robinson across the middle, and tackle was made by Sophia Lespina. Let's take a look at that again. Well, finally, Hardy is able to hook up with Robinson across the middle. This lunging catch there, and Lespina makes the grab, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Long Beach is going to go for it here, down 44-6. Now it's all about getting some more reps here and getting accustomed to the sport. And there's an incomplete pass as Hardy was looking across the middle to Regan. The pass was broken up. It looked like it was Olivia Brill who made the breakup. And that was 1st down. And they forgot to reset the stick. So this is 2nd down here for Long Beach. Pass to the far side, and it's intercepted across the middle. It's Olivia Brill taking it down the left side, and the tackle was made by Carolina Hardy. Carolina Hardy threw the pick. She saves a touchdown with the flag grab. And let's take a look at that again. Olivia Brill makes the pick, takes it down the far side, and there you see Hardy coming out of nowhere to make the flag grab. And that looks like it's the end of the game. The teams are lining up middle of the field, so the clock had 6 minutes to go. The official time is on the field, and that's the end of the game. The final score, Bellmore Merrick improves to 5-0. They beat Long Beach by a score of 44-6. We thank you very much for joining us here on this edition of Nassau Flag Football presented by Orland and Cohen. It's been a Varsity Media production. We thank you for watching. I'm Peter Schwartz. Enjoy the rest of your day.